Değerli izleyenler, Dubai'deyiz. Gulfood fuarı tüm hızıyla devam ediyor. Dünyanın en büyük gıda fuarı bu yıl 2 lokasyonda düzenleniyor. World Trade Center, aynı zamanda Exhibition Center'da. Fuar devam ederken tabii ki akşam da B2B etkinlikler düzenlenebiliyor. O etkinliklerin birindeyiz HORECA Trend olarak. Amerikan Bakliyat Birliği'nin özel bir resepsiyonu var. Bu akşam özel bir konuğumuz var. Ben konuğumu takdim etmek istiyorum. Amerikan Bakliyat Birliği, yani USA Pulses Pazarlama Direktörü Madison Washington bizlerle birlikte. Mrs. Madison, we are very pleased to welcome you to HORECA Trend.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, we are one of the world's largest food exhibitions. Before we begin, how do you evaluate Gulfood this year?
Gulfood has dramatically expanded over the years as with the city of Dubai, of course. It gets more and more modern, more large, more attractive. This year is the first year we've been split between 2 different locations, so we're definitely navigating something new. Very exciting. We're having a lot of energy, a lot of people seeking out the second location here at Expo City, specifically to find, the worldwide Pulses and Grains Hall, part of that including USA Pulses. So while we might have seen a little bit lower traffic than when we were all condensed in the same location this year, the quality of our visitors, the quality of the people and the customers we're meeting with this year is stronger than ever, and we couldn't be more happy to have the interactions that we've been able to have this year. We're very grateful.
How has the US postal sector grown in global markets in recent years? What are the main factors driving this growth?
Absolutely. So we actually just heard from a representative from USDA tonight, this evening at our reception, that specifically in the Middle East market, the US the pulse import sector has increased by over 100% in certain regions and aspects. And so we're very excited about this increase in attention to pulses, the increase in seeking the quality of US origin pulses. And we've developed really strong relationships with Middle Eastern importers, especially in Turkey, here in Dubai, a very strong trade hub for us. And we continue to see, as we develop our trade relationships with these importers and with wholesalers and with retail and with chefs especially in your industry, the knowledge increase in the quality of U.S. origin pulses. They're very high quality. It's a very, evaluated and structured system in the U.S. for how we grow these crops, how we export them, and our customer service is really top notch. And we see that that's going a long way in driving the increase in imports and sales of USA pulses from, the ports all the way into the HORECA industry. It's very exciting for us.
With the rise of plant-based diets and alternative proteins, where do pulses stand in this transformation?
I think pulses are the foundation of this transformation. They are naturally very high in protein. They're also very high in fiber, which is a very essential nutrient, especially back in the United States. Not enough Americans consume enough fiber. So we're trying to increase that consumption of pulses in the US, but especially internationally, we see pulses as the foundational element of the plant-forward movement. Not only do they contain fiber and protein, they also contain a variety of micronutrients, magnesium, zinc, iron, folate, all of the things that are essential for a healthy, nutritious diet. I think that pulses serve, as the base to building a very robust and nutritious and wholesome plant-forward movement, plant-forward diet that can help elevate the nutritional quality of every human's.
Which international markets are US pulses currently focusing on the most? What role the Middle East play in this strategy?
The Middle East historically has been the hub of trade. It's where pulses were very first cultivated. It's the origin of, this very important industry. And we have a lot of respect for that here in the US. And so we see, of course, Turkey is foundational. We have a lot of really strong trade relationships in Turkey, but also in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. We're also expanding our work in Saudi Arabia, in Oman, and Jordan. And so it's a very productive region for us. And we're really excited to continue to strengthen our relationships and our imports here.
Food security and sustainable agriculture are among today's most critical issues. How are US pulse growers approaching this challenge?
Absolutely. Those are some of the most important aspects of the work that we do. Food security, of course, is national security in many ways. It's global security. Pulses play a huge role in the food aid market when we're experiencing times of conflict. Oftentimes, pulses, yellow split peas, lentils are some of the first commodities that reach the people that need it most. But then in general, pulses are affordable, they're nutrient dense, and they're able to be stored for a very, very long time, which contributes to lower food waste and higher levels of food security. With sustainability, we are also seeing aspects of that mitigated food waste, but also in the way that pulses are grown, they are natural nitrogen fixators. So they're able to pull nitrogen from the air, deposit that into the soil, contribute to the microbiome of the soil, the overall soil health, and increase the productivity of agriculture, not only for pulse crops, but also for every crop that's planted on the same land year after year. We know by the year 2050, we're expecting, a massive increase in our population. That's a lot of mouths to feed. So we need to be focusing on promoting and increasing not only the cultivation, but the consumption of foods like pulses that are high in protein, high in essential nutrients, contribute back to the environment, contribute back to our farmers, who are the foundational element of everything that we do, everything that we consume. So pulses play a very strong role in food security, sustainability, not only in the Middle East, but all across the world.
Finally, how do you see the role of pulses on the plate of the future?
We love to see, and our mission is to ensure that pulses are at the center of every single plate going forward, not only as a side dish. Of course, can be consumed for dinner, but also for lunch, for breakfast, for dessert. And as we have seen in our demonstration today, even in cocktails, even in beverages. And so we see that the pulses have a role on every plate and every dish and every meal. And it's our job to champion that and make sure that they're accessible and affordable and known to consumers in the Middle East and all over the globe.
Thank you, Mrs. Madison Washington.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.